Happy Thursday, folks. We're going to get in some Lions news here. We're going to talk about the Pro Bowl snubs, all of that, because 5 Detroit Lions are in the Pro Bowl and a ton of alternates. This team went 11-5, and you kind of expected that the Lions would be representative quite a bit in the NFL Pro Bowl. Now, look, before we get to the Pro Bowl, we all know this, that the Pro Bowl is a popularity contest, not necessarily the best who has done it. And thankfully, the Lions have been in a lot of primetime games where some of these players are getting recognition, but then you get some snubs as well. So it doesn't, if a player didn't make the Pro Bowl, it doesn't mean that they're not a good player or anything like that. It's more of a popularity contest because there's one player that should have made it that didn't. Let's go. Alrighty here, folks. Let's go ahead and just get into this bad boy real quick. Let me throw this up here for you guys so you can see it. First Detroit Lions to make the Pro Bowl here is tight end Sam LaPorta, the rookie. That is awesome. First off, he absolutely deserves to be in the Pro Bowl with the numbers that he's putting up there. What he has done as a rookie has been amazing. Shout out to Sam LaPorta. What a great pick by Brad Holmes. And this is why you have Brad Holmes as a general manager and not me as a general manager. I wouldn't have taken a tight end. He did. And boy, oh boy, he hit the freaking jackpot there. Sam LaPorta has been an absolute stud, and it's one of the reasons why we're 11-5. So many big-time catches that he's made to win games, a ton of yards. He's setting rookie records, it seems like, everywhere. He's just absolutely an amazing player. I'm really, really happy for him to make the Pro Bowl because I was questioning, would he actually make the Pro Bowl because he's a rookie? And obviously they like to go with people whom they know, but since he's gotten a lot of recognition this year because of the primetime games, I believe that's one of the reasons he made the Pro Bowl. So shout out to Sam LaPorta as a rookie. He'll absolutely be, should be in the All-Pro team, and of course is going to be in the All-Rookie team as well. Just hasn't come out yet. Frank Ragnow made the Pro Bowl. No surprise right there. Frank the Tank Ragnow, one of the best centers in all of football, and he dealt with injuries this year. He's been dealing with the toe and pretty much played through a lot of it. Now, he missed he hasn't missed as like he's done in years past, but he's missed a game or two. And so shout out to Frank the Tank Ragnow. I'm happy for you, Frank. And this is why we need him to be here next year. I still think the Lions should draft interior offensive line because, first off, we don't know what's going on with Jonah Jackson, and we don't expect Halapoulivaati Vaitai to be back. And Graham Glasgow, you could probably bring him back in a one-year deal. And then the injuries that Frank's dealing with due to the toe as he gets older as well. So, but he's still great, all-pro center. Love seeing it. And I'm so happy that Penei Sewell made this list as a player that made the Pro Bowl. He is the best right tackle in football, bar none, the best right tackle in football. He'll make the All-Pro team. This guy is a stud. This is why we're running so well. We're absolutely running well. We're protecting Jared Goff, and this is a staple of the Lions' whole team right here. He's a cornerstone. Remember, Dan Campbell drafted him. He says, you're going to be the cornerstone of this football team. And he is not only that, he's a vocal leader, complete vocal leader with this team. He is a beast, and he's scared of nobody. I love Penei Sewell, and I'm happy we have him on this football team. Aiden Hutchinson makes the Pro Bowl. Shout out to Aiden Hutchinson. He had a 9.5 sacks so far this year. He matched what he did last year. He's still got a game to go, but he's got a ton of pressures. Third in the NFL. Aiden Hutchinson, look, he's not having the sacks. We want him to get to 15. But he, especially as of late, he's been doing a really good job. Shout out to Aidan Hutchinson, one of the better edge rushers in all of football. Shout out to Aiden, my guy. Let's see here. Jaylen Reagor makes it a special team. Right? Special teams, yeah, I'm happy that he made it because he made the pass. He's done it on first. He's went on a fourth down. They've went to him multiple times now this year, and obviously in coverage. That's just a special teams thing. Shout out to Jaylen Reagor for making this list. Here, we do got alternates, and a ton of alternates here. Jared Goff is a second alternate. So, if the Lions don't make the Super Bowl, you'll see him in the Pro Bowl because obviously it's going to be probably Brock Purdy that makes if the Lions don't make it there, you'd think it's going to be Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, right? So if the Lions don't make the Super Bowl, you'll see Jared Goff in there. So he is a second alternate. Shout out to Jared Goff. Stafford made the Pro Bowl over Jared Goff, even though Jared Goff has a better stats all around. Again, popularity contest right there. I think Jared Goff should have been above Stafford. He has the better stats all around. Jahmyr Gibbs, first time alternate. You'll see him in the Pro Bowl if the Lions don't make the Super Bowl, because Christian McCaffrey, obviously. Jahmyr Gibbs, man. They said don't take a running back at 12. That was absolutely ridiculous. David Montgomery as well as a fourth alternate. That is absolutely crazy. So you got the two Lions players that legitimately could be represented in the Pro Bowl at running back position. Shout out to David Montgomery. St. Brown is a first-time alternate. He'll be in the Pro Bowl if the Lions don't make the Super Bowl. They put Mike Evans over St. Brown. St. Brown's got better numbers. Again, popularity contest. Jonah Jackson, third. Alex Anzalone, fifth. It's tough because I think Alex Anzalone deserves to make the Pro Bowl, but there's a lot of good linebackers in the National Football League and the NFC. So like a Fred Warner, Levante David, there's just a ton, but he's had a hell of a year. He deserves to be an alternate for sure. Khalif Raymond is an alternate as a punt returner, kick returner. Shout out to him for potentially being on this list for the alternates. And there's the whole list right there. Again, the player who is snubbed, as we all can say, St. Brown is snubbed, should have been over Mike Evans. So Lions got 5 Pro Bowlers right now as we sit. They probably will have 8 when it's all said and done. Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, and St. Brown. That's kind of what I expect. And that's a lot of players represented by one football team if that's the way it ends up playing out. Crazy. So shout out to the Detroit Lions in that aspect. If Melifonwu would have played the beginning of the year, he would definitely be in the Pro Bowl, but because he's played so great as of late. So great. Let's talk about some interesting news regarding the injury front here. Now, Taylor Decker and Jamison Williams did not practice yesterday. Here's the thing. If these guys are feeling any sort of injury, they're not at 99%, don't play them. Don't play them, right? We need these guys for the playoffs. So I'm not concerned about it at all, but a rest up, get these guys. If they can play, they play great. But if there's any sort of nagging injury for any player for the Detroit Lions, rest them for the game on Sunday. Odds are the Lions are going to be the 3rd seed anyways. So rest them up. I still want them to win. We all want to win, right? But at the same time, I think the number one goal is not to win on Sunday. The number one goal on Sunday is to come out healthy. That is the number one goal. And no matter what, we need our stars for the playoffs. Interesting, because if you look at the Rams, they're resting Matthew Stafford, Aaron Donald. They're resting all their starters, basically, their big stars for the game. They got to face the San Francisco 49ers. If the 49ers beat the Rams, and it really should look like it right now with the amount of starters, the Rams are resting. And compared to the starters, they're resting some starters for San Francisco. Obviously, you're not going to see CMC. Brock Purdy's not going to play. But they're make no mistake about it. Some of their starters are going to be playing. And you would think at this point, San Francisco should be favored by 10 points. Now, 10 to 12 because of the amount of starters that the Rams are resting. They're basically resting everybody that they can. They're not going to get everybody because you have to field the team, but they're resting everybody that's important. The 49ers are probably going to win that game. Probably. They will win that game on Sunday. If that is the case, if the Green Bay Packers win Chicago, the Lions won't be facing the Rams. They're going to be facing the Packers at home. If the Seattle Seahawks win and the Rams lose, I think the Lions play the Seattle Seahawks. And there could be a situation, too, where something else happens. But now it's looking real possible the Lions are not going to face the Rams in the wild card weekend if the Lions are sitting at 3. Now, if we get to 2, then we probably would face the Rams, in all honesty. This is intriguing. This is intriguing development here because, honestly, for my personal, I would rather face the Rams in a matchup than the Seattle Seahawks. And I don't care about the Stafford stuff. I don't. Some people do. I've been over it. I think, we got Jared Goff. I'm fine with that, so I'm not worried about the Stafford, the Kelly Stafford coming here. It's more the Stafford comeback to be worried about, but I'm more worried about of a matchup with Geno Smith, DK Metcalf, and Tyler Lockett. They have come to Detroit the last 2 years and beat us. So, it's going to be interesting. Every game is important to watch this weekend. So, there's a lot of implications on the line this weekend. Big games, and it's not necessarily the Lions playing that's the implication. So we got to watch to see how this is going to play out and who the Lions face. I would love a situation where we got to face the Saints. Saints come to Detroit or something like that. I would love it. I would love for the Lions to win, though, and the Cowboys lose, and the Eagles lose, and the Lions get the number 2 seed because I want to face Dallas at home at Ford Field. I want Dallas to eventually to come to Detroit. That's what I want. I want a rematch with the Dallas Cowboys in Detroit. That's what I really, 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 really want. But if we face Green Bay, you get the revenge game from Thanksgiving. Then you face Dallas, you get the revenge. This could be the revenge tour if this plays out the way it is. I would love it because I'm still salty about the Green Bay game, and I'm really, really, really sour about the Dallas Cowboys game. So I would love some rematches for the playoffs. I would love it. I think look, it's going to be tough. If Green Bay comes here, I still think the Lions win. I think they should be favored by like 4 points. But again, Jordan Love's played well. He's mobile. But I think the Lions, when the Lions played the Packers, the Lions defense was a mess. It's much better now. And I think it would be turnover. We get some turnovers in this game. I think the Lions would be favored. The defense is playing much better, and I think the Lions could shred the Packers offense. I do. I really do. The Seattle Seahawks, I think obviously we can shred their defense, but their offense, even though our defense got better, they're still really good. So I would, like, if I had the easiest matchup to me would be the Rams and the Packers and the Seattle. You may think completely different, by the way, and that's fine. That's just my personal opinion. Who I want to face, though, I want to face Green Bay first from the Thanksgiving Day game, beat them, because there's 2 teams we all kind of agree we don't like, right? It's Green Bay and Dallas Cowboys, and wouldn't you love to face both those teams and then beat them? So that's my thing here. So let me know in the comment section, who do you guys want to face? What do you think about the Pro Bowl? With that said, folks, adios.